And a very good evening, everybody. Some great news for the KU football program. Talented wideout and defensive back Jaden Tanner has been named to the North Dakota All-State football team. The likable senior is a second-team selection. As Fargo Davies found out this fall, don't throw the ball his way because he's very athletic, and if he can get his hands on it, as he told me, he can take it to the crib as a defensive back, 65 tackles, 5 picks, 3 of which he took back for touchdowns. That's one right there against Davies. So he scored on both sides of the ball. Also told me this fall wants to play college football like his former teammate, All-Stater Isaiah St. Romain. This will certainly help that cause. A well-deserved honor. Jaden Tanner of the Coyotes, an All-Stater, and as his head coach, Mark Kennedy, told me many times, a sign that we are coming. We are coming. The coaches would agree. Now, the Lady Tetons are off to a good start to their season at 5-2, and tonight a valuable sophomore from Savage talks to us about their start to the season after a tough loss last year to Science in the Region 13 title game.
I think it all comes down to when we get out here and practice and on the court, and we really build a family here. And I think that the program is just amazing when it comes to building those bonds and really competing with each other instead of against each other.
And a tough year last year. I mean, you certainly remember that. Tough outing, tough ending, I should say.
Oh, yes. It was definitely not the ending we wanted, but we definitely worked hard to be where we were at, and we did our best to try and win that final game going to nationals, but we just couldn't quite rope it in. But we played hard, had a good season.
All right, they sure did. She's one of those kids that every team needs, always pushing her teammates to get better, work hard in practice, a real leader from eastern Montana. She and her teammates will take on Vermilion 6 p.m. on Friday at the DQ tournament. Then Itasca at 11 a.m. on Saturday. That's in Ely, Minnesota. The men will also be there. The men will take on Minnesota North Vermilion at 8 p.m., a club they blew out 102-65 back at the Spirit Lakes Casino in Devil's Lake, and that was earlier this year.
Well, you know, we've already seen Vermilion once. They're going to go ahead and they're going to play a lot of different zones, try and kind of throw a lot of different things at you, still also be able to play a little bit of man-to-man. So big things that we've got to be able to do and really kind of see what it was that we did well, where we executed at our strongest against them in that first, 2 weekends ago when we were in Devil's Lake, and then also turn around and be able to just keep getting better and keep doing us at a high level. The big thing that we really did there is we did a really good job sharing the basketball, being in someone else's facility. We still shot very well, and we're still able to play inside out, balanced attack. So we've got to make sure that we can still be able to do that we can generate very good shots every single possession, because again, we're going to be in somebody else's gym. We got to be able to get familiar with it, but we also got to be able to go ahead and just play at a very high level and play together.
All right, answered very well. As the coaches will always tell you, defense travels. You got to be able to knock them down wherever you are. All right, State A, West Fargo, Cheyenne gets Jamestown. Shanley gets Bismarck, but it got better in the evening session. Century over Davies, and Legacy beats West Fargo. Horace B. South Prairie Max picks up the win over our champ, Kenmare Bowbells. Medina Pingree Buchanan beats Central McLean. Langdon area Munich 3, Dickinson Trinity 2, and Thompson the Tommies over Fargo Oak Grove 3-zip. Minot State women's division fell to Mayville 79-63. Jessica Moen, All-Stater last year out of Watford City, 8 points, 3 rebounds. Big sister Emma had 5 points. And with that, we take a timeout on First News at 10.